Hey everybody, it is Dave with Thorostat. Happy Belmont Stakes Eve. This is episode 4 of Live Longshots. Um, Thank you for watching if you've watched for a while and listened for a while. Um, the goal of this podcast, this episode's only going to be for Belmont Stakes Day um, at Belmont Stakes. If anyone's listened before, typically for live long shots, I'm looking for horses that are morning line 6 to 1 or greater, and just things in my handicapping throughout the week, preparing for the weekend that I see, and some potential live long shots to use, look for, watch for in the the races coming on into the weekend. So I go through for Saturday and Sunday pretty much every track that's running, and if there's some value there, even if I didn't handicap the full card, I'm looking for horses to include in exactas, trifectas, maybe play and add to the pick five or a daily double or whatever, however you play. So that's kind of my goal with this podcast. It's one episode a week, and except for Memorial Day weekend was two. There might be two this weekend. I might not even do one for Sunday. If anyone wants one for Sunday, just leave a comment um, down below. But um, going into Saturday, we got 13 races that we looked at. So I figured if I could find one, I found a handful actually. And as a bonus, I have some just low cost, potential high reward additional wagers to try, because why not? So I've got those recommendations out here only because we've got the same card. All these races are from the same card. Belmont Stakes Day at Belmont Park on Saturday. So why not try to put together a couple dollar daily double or pick three, or even a pick four. Actually, I have a pick four. There's two ways to play it. It's not as in detail as I normally do with the pick four previews, but I'll tell you and show you how to play it for those that don't normally. But I think I've got 4 or 5 horses here. I'm going to talk through kind of why in each one of these. So if you followed before and you listened before, welcome back. Thanks for listening. Um, we have had some that hit the board. I think maybe only one is one, honestly. And the horse went off at 2 to 1, so it was just a mismatch in the morning line. But with that said, if we can find those overlays, I would play them for sure. Other people can find these horses too, right? That's the blessing and the curse of this game is you tell too many people something and it affects your odds. So not like I did it. I mean, it was Delaware Park, but that's beside the point. We're looking at Saturday. Uh, Saturday, we've got 5 horses I think are live long shots. I'll tell you the one that's of the 5 that I like the most here at the end, but we'll go through the 5, then I'll also break down each one of these wagers. Um, if you want Friday's Belmont full card, we got it. If you want the 2-day pick 6, we got that. Subscribe to the channel, like our videos, follow us on Twitter at Thorostat as well, at Thorostat here on YouTube. We got full card analysis for Belmont Stakes Day, all 13 races. Got a pick 5, a pick 4. Um, we got it all out there. So go watch those videos as well. I'm going to kind of give you the breakdown of each of these. One of these horses probably is going to do just like the one we hit. I don't think it's going to be 10 to 1. I think we had an 8 to 1 back at Delaware and it went off at 2 to 1 and paid $6. But our looking at Saturday, episode 4, our first race is going to be Belmont Park, race 2. And our first live long shot for the episode is going to be the number 10, I'm Nervous Now. Morning line is 20 to 1. And in race 2, This is a 7 furlong allowance for fillies and mares. The 10 is Animal Kingdom filly, second off of a layoff. This is on the turf, so it's a one turn. How these 7 furlongs are run at Belmont compared to anywhere else that I've seen. 7 furlongs is one turn here. Typically, the 7 to 7.5, while it is a sprint, is 2 turns elsewhere. Delaware Park, Penn National, even Gulfstream Park when they run those. So uh, Michael Denny, Javier Castellano aboard. The horses come 3 for 5 in the money on the turf. Hasn't won on the turf though. Michael Denny in this move though is 16% winners and going dirt to turf. Javier Castellano is 17% on this surface, 26% positive ROI. On the slop though, that came off of the turf on the 20th of May, she did win by 7.5 lengths on the main track at Belmont. And then last out on the turf, came second. She was 3.5 back. Was in the tooth path, cut between horses, and finished second with Danny Centeno and at Tampa. So I think up in class a little bit from claiming up to allowance company. Not a bad move. Also, Animal Kingdom as a sire on the turf, 15% winners, 40% in the money. And Javier Castellano as well, 62% in the money in the last 10 days. So this horse does have the late speed, I think, in this race, just giving you a little setup here. The The 1, 6, and 7 are going to go out front. And those 3 are in the bottom half of the field in late speed. So I think a Longshot will win this race either way. The 10 is our top selection from Saturday anyway in this race. There's 3 horses I use that are over 15 to 1. But this one stood out to me just because of that Michael Denny switch, dirt to turf, and second off of a layoff. Had already won at Belmont. So coming off of a win as well. So our first live long shot selection here. Belmont Park, race 2, number 10. I'm nervous now. Morning line is 20 to 1. Our second live long shot for Saturday, these are all on Saturday at Belmont Park, as you can see, is going to be the very next race. The very next race is the True North, 6.5 furlong stakes race. 6 horses in the field. The 5 and 6 are the early speed. Our selection, though, the number 3, Anarchist. Morning line is 10 to 1. Elite Power is a 4 to 5 favorite, so it's just going to offset the odds a bit for the rest of the field. It's a small field, though, and I don't think this 3 should be anywhere close to 10 to 1 from what I saw. Has run twice at the distance, come second twice. Switches Barnes to Doug O'Neill. Doug O'Neill's 20% winners last out, but the horse wasn't in his barn last out. Ran on the all-weather, switching from all-weather to dirt. Has Joel Rosario aboard. Is making a switch, obviously, from Luis Contreras, who runs at Woodbine, to Joel Rosario, who's also been hot in the last 10 days, 18% winners. Had a decent workout on the third, 3 of 14. The Dam, Vicarious 1, has 15% winners of her production. Out of 40 starts, 43% in the money, positive ROI. 735 is the ROI, the median win dollars for her winners, which leads me to believe that most of them are odds on when they win, close to 5 to 2 or lower. This horse is a morning line of 10-1. Third off of a layoff. Had one last out. Doug O'Neill, 22% winners last out. It's kind of tough to go against. I know we got the Belmont horse coming back from Saudi Arabia, who won with Frankie Dettori aboard, but has been laid off since February. Had a decent couple works at Saratoga, but I think already being run at the distance and hitting the board. We're looking for live long shots. Like I said, I would recommend playing these horses across the board if you played them, or using them underneath in like exotics where you're gonna look for horses second, third. Exactas trifectas are also as an extra horse in your multi-race exotics. So, this 4-year-old colt, I don't see why it should be anywhere near 10-1 on the board, especially winning last out with one of the highest speed figures. I know it was all weather compared to dirt, but I mean, the last 4 races have had Beyer speed figures over, or speed figures in general, over 108 in sprint races. So difficult for me to leave out. Both wins on the dirt, which isn't true because he won on the all weather. But 5 for 5 in the money and 1 win out of 5 starts this year. I mean, at a morning line 10-1, I'll take that and try to beat a horse coming off of a layoff that's a morning line of 4 to 5. Absolutely. So our second live long shot on Belmont Stakes Day is going to be the 3 Anarchist coming in for Doug O'Neill with Joel Rosario aboard. Belmont Park race 3, the number 3 Anarchist morning line is 10-1. All right, we're going to go for our live long shot number 3 on Saturday, Belmont Park, race 6. You're going to think I'm high or crazy or drunk. I'm not, but what I'm seeing here is the 11 is our third live long shot on Saturday. Morning line is 50-1 for the 11 Code Runner in the 1.5 mile Brooklyn Stakes. The 7 and 8, Warrant and Lone Rock are going to go out guns blazing. Future Bright, or Bright Future, sorry, I read that backwards, is a late speed. I believe I'm using the 4 on Saturday. Let me just take a peek real quick. In race 6 at Belmont. Yeah, I'm using the 4 underneath. I think the 4 and the 7 do hit the board, but to make it some extra cash, I see the 11 Code Runner as a live long shot in race 6. If the horse wins, I mean, it'll pay bananas, but if it comes second, you got the exacta with the 4 and the 7, right? Why not use Code Runner underneath? Code Runner, the thing that got me is Kyra Karamori with Raylu. Gutierrez coming in. Second off of a layoff. And ran at Pimlico back on Preakness weekend. I don't know if it was Preakness Day or not. With Sheldon Russell. Came fourth. Was 6 wide though. I mean, made up 3-4 lengths and then kind of got passed by other horses. But the horse had to go 6 wide in Pimlico. The late speed for this horse is far, far greater than the early pace. The difference made up shows me that the 11 Code Runner can make up that difference between what the early speed figures are and how this horse runs late. So if they could sit back a little bit longer and not be as close to the pace as it was early on the 20th at Pimlico, sit 2 more lengths back a bit, I think can run deeper, pass some more tired horses, let them set the front end pace. Going Lasix off for Kaio Karamori. Trainers 17% winners in the last 30 days, plus 237% ROI in the last 30 days for Karamori. With Raylu, though, that's my point. It was 7 starts, but 29% winners with Raylu Gutierrez, who I love and runs in the Midwest in Texas where I live now. ROIs plus 305% together. Coming off of a 2 to 6 month layoff. Second off, Karamori's 33%, so he's run 3 times, won 1 in the money 2 of those 3 times, and almost a 300% positive ROI on that move. And Raylu in the last 30 days is 20% winners as well. Hasn't worked since the Pimlico allowance, non-winners at 2. Is moving up in class, but I mean, a mile and a half, all you gotta do is have gas in the tank that lasts 3 or 4 furlongs and could be blowing past horses, right? So already 4 wins on the dirt, 8 of 23 on the dirt in the money, and the dam 43% in the money out of Nereid out of her production, 16% positive ROI. A horse coming off a layoff like that, having to go wide, passing horses, and finish 4th by 5.5. I gotta use it. I gotta use it as a live long shot, because I'm not going to get beat by a horse that long on Belmont Stakes Day and get kicked out of the pick 4 or rolling pick 3. So our third live long shot for Saturday, Belmont Park, race 6, number 11, Code Runner. Morning line is 50 to 1. All right, Belmont Park, race number 8, live long shot number 4. We're going to go with the 6, Harrodsburg. His morning line is 12 to 1. This is the Woody Stevens, 7 furlongs on the main track. The 6 is coming off of less than a 1 month layoff. It'll be a month by the time the race is run. Came second with Jorge Vargas Jr. aboard, going 6 furlongs, going 6.5, going a little bit further. Got nosed out by Listen to Your Heart. Has had a decent work on the 3rd at Belmont, breezing 4 furlongs, 1 of 77, 47 flat. The last time this horse won and was 3 to 1 when he broke his maiden on the 26th. The work before that ran a bullet at Belmont from the gate. Same 47 flat. Same exact 47 flat. 1 of 123 that day. And won by 2 1/4. Switches to Manny Franco, who's been hot. I can see with Bob Battras making this move to Manny Franco, has had a hot hand. I mean, he was cold. Him and Dylan have been cold going into last weekend, so they're cycling back at the right time. But that bullet workout, not from the gate this time though, breezing. Manny Franco, 18% in the last 10 days, 18% also at the surface. Lasix off for Atras. Atras, though, off of a 1 to 2 month layoff, 21% winners, 56% in the money. With Manny Franco, 26% together, winners. And the Dam, Gracer, out of Exchange Rate. I love Exchange Rate. Dams, 50% in the money out of her progeny in production that have hit the track. 9% positive ROI. And as a whole, Atris is 16% positive ROI, 63% in the money out of 136 starts. So, all that to say, I see Harrodsburg, who does have the late speed here, going a little bit longer by a half furlong. Nosed out last race. Got a bullet work in her, or in him. The one, let me see. 1, 3. The two Bafferts are just going to go out and just lightning fast speed. Will they hold on? Probably for the money. Will they win? I'm using them underneath. But my live long shot for the Woody Stevens, the number 6, morning line 12-1, Harrodsburg, Belmont Park, race 8. All right, our last live long shot for episode 4 for Saturday, Belmont Stakes Day, is Belmont Park, race 9. This is the Jaipur, 6 furlong, grade 1, on the turf, on Saturday. It is a 14-horse field. There's 16 horses carded. 2 will scratch, whether it's in the body of the race or the also eligibles. I think Caravelle is beatable. Caravelle will be pressing with Dr. Zemph on the front end, the 5. The horse I'm using is our live long shot, race 9, Belmont Park on Saturday. The number 2, Go Bears Go. Morning line is 12-1. This 7-year-old out of, oh, nope, that's the wrong horse. This 4-year-old colt out of Cody Bear, trained by Wesley Ward, coming off of a layoff, a little bit of a layoff since the turf sprint at on Kentucky Derby Day. Johnny V came 3rd, made up about 3/4 of a length since the second call, moved inside, had slight rally, but has had a work since then. On June 2nd, 5 furlongs on the less than firm turf at Keeneland on the 2nd of June. 1 of 4 bullet work that day. I think the switch from Johnny V to Jose Ortiz may make the run a little bit more aggressive on the pace. Gotta stay clear though, right? Cody Bear though, as a sire, let's see, 67% in the money. That's on US stats. Johnny V did jump to the Air Force Red right outside of Go Bears Go. Go Bears Go does have the late kick with the rest of the mix. I think some of the other late pressing horses are the early ones too, so they may tire out on the front end. At the distance though, 3 wins in 10 starts, 5 for 10 in the money. On the turf, 4 wins of 16 starts on the turf, and 10 of 16 in the money. So all wins on the turf. Never run at Belmont though. With the moves though, off of a 1 to 2 month layoff, Wesley Ward is 27% winners, 54% in the money, and a positive ROI. On the surface and the distance here, 21% for Wesley Ward, winners. With Jose Ortiz, last 10 days, 25% winners out of 40 starts, almost 2/3 of those starts in the money. So morning line 12-1, I can't skimp with that pedigree, with the move last out, with the switch from Johnny V, who's a great jock, right? But to Jose Ortiz, I think we'll press a bit more with that late speed, late kick. And as I mentioned, Caravel and Dr. Zenf are going out. I'm not using Dr. Zenf at all on Saturday. So I see Go Bears Go closing into it. A couple horses are going to scratch. Should help us a bit, but to make it a little bit dicier underneath, if Caravel wins and Go Bears Go come second, I mean it's a decent exacta. I think could go off at 11, 12, 15 to 1 because this is a huge field. So um, our final live long shot on Saturday, Belmont Park, number 2 in race 9. Go Bears Go, his morning line is 12 to 1. All right, that's 5 live long shots on a 13 race card on Belmont Stakes Day. I got some additional wagers here since we do have some sandwich and piggyback here. Our first additional wager, for the value, even if Anarchist is going to go off and, move to 2 to 1, you may have better value playing multi-race exotics because you may get closer to that 10 to 1 morning line in that pool, right? If you play a daily double or a pick 3. So I'm recommending a daily double starting in race 2 with a race with I'm Nervous Now. You could try to beat and use the other horses. I have 9, 10, and 11 as my top selections for race 2 that day. I didn't like the favorites whatsoever. You could just do ice cold. You could do a daily double with the 10, I'm Nervous Now, and with right into the 3, Anarchist, and play it. If you play for $1, if you play daily doubles for $20, however you want to play. If you play it for $1, it'll only cost you $1, one horse by one horse. If you play for $20, you're going to win it 20 times or 10 times, whatever the base payout they show at NYRA is. So that's my first additional wager here is a daily double starting in race 2, 10 in race 2 with a 3 in race 3. Play it how you normally do. Play it for whatever increment you're comfortable with. The next interesting wager, I think as an additional wager, using our live long shots from Saturday, a pick 4 starts in race 6. For anyone that doesn't play, 50-cent base wager. If you use one horse for each of the 4 races, it only costs you 50 cents. So race 6, the sequence is race 6, 7, 8, and 9. We have 3 of those, and there's a horse you could single in race 7, which is Clairiere. If you just singled the 6, if you just went 11 with 6 with 6 with 2, it would cost you 50 cents because Clairiere could be a single. Or you could buy the field if you liked and just wanted some long shot action and hit it for a couple bucks because you just want to play around. A pick 4 going all in race 7. If you wanted to, there's only 6 horses in that field. It would be 11 Code Runner in race 6 with all the horses buying the race 7, with the 6 Harrodsburg in race 8, with the 2 Go Bears Go in race number 9. If you did 1 by 6 by 1 by 1 times 50 cents, it would be a $3 pick 4. Not a bad $3 if you can get some long shots here. You could use some, or you could key it however you want. Or if you play a longer pick 4 and you wanted to use a couple of these, play it that way. But that's just another additional wager you could play with these selections with our live long shots from episode 4. The next bet we're going to look at is going to be another daily double because we've got races 8 and race 9. A daily double would start in race 8. And it's just essentially picking and parlaying the 2 races back to back. We're looking at Harrodsburg and the Woody Stevens if you started a daily double in race 8. And from there, in race 8, you could play daily double with the 6, Harrodsburg, morning line 12 to 1, with, in race 9, the 2 Go Bears Go. Same thing. Ice cold, you would just have to hit it 6 and 2. Play it for $1, play it for $5 if that's how you play it. If you play for $5, it's a 2.5 times hit. If you use them underneath and you played them across the board, you might as well try to make that extra value in that daily double pool as well, because anything can happen on Belmont Stakes Day. The final selection additional wager I have here for Saturday Belmont Stakes card day is going to be either singling or using our top selections. I have Cody's Wish as my top selection in the Met Mile. You could take this Jaipur and parlay it into a little bit more value. If you really liked Cody's Wish, right, in the Met Mile, to get some additional value over what he does go off at for that individual leg. If you played the race before and use a daily double starting in the Jaipur, which is race 9, and play a daily double to the winner of race 9, or our selection, the 2, Go Bears Go, with the 1 and the 5 are my top 2 selections that I used in my pick 4 and pick 5. Watch those videos for Saturday. If you just did $1, it would be $2. So you got 2 times 2 times $1 is $2 if you use those 2. Or you could just ice cold try to single Cody's Wish and get some value with Go Bears Go the race before. It would be $1 if it was a dollar base wager, 1 by $1, using just Cody's Wish. So you could play it daily double 2 in race 9 with 1 and 5 in race 10, or you could just ice cold try to hit it 2 in race 9 and single the 1, Cody's Wish, because he's going to be very tough to beat in the Met Mile. So those are our additional selections. Thank you for watching on and preparing for Belmont Stakes Day, episode 4 of Live Longshots. We'll recap our live Longshots. Longshot 1 at Belmont Park. This is all Belmont Stakes Day. Race 2 on Saturday. The number 10, I'm Nervous Now. Morning line is 20-1. Live Longshot number 2, Belmont Park Race 3. The number 3, Anarchist. The morning line is 10-1. Belmont Park Race 6, Live Longshot number 3. Morning line is 50-1. The 11, Code Runner. Live Longshot number 4, Belmont Park Race 8. The 6 in the Woody Stevens, Harrodsburg, morning line is 12-1. Belmont Park Race 9, our 5th live long shot for the day. Number 2, Go Bears Go, Wesley Ward trained, morning line 12-1. Our additional wagers, if you wanted to play a daily double in race 2, starting in race 2, you would do the 10, I'm Nervous Now, with the 3, Anarchist. Play it for however you play. Race 6, a pick 4 starts there. You could go all in race 7. And if you use that, it would be race 6 would use the 11, Code Runner. Race 7, you would go all. You would buy all 6 horses. Race 8, you would go with the 6, Harrodsburg. And race 9, you would go with the 2, Go Bears Go. 1 by 6 by 1 by 1 times 50 cents is a $3 ticket. Or if you wanted to single Clairiere in race 7, you could. It would be race 6, pick 4, 11 with race 7 is the 6, Clairiere, with race 8, the 6, Harrodsburg, with race 9, the 2, Go Bears Go, would only be 50 cents. If you wanted to just play it for 50 cents. You could play it for multiples if you wanted. If you were squirrely, that's your call. I'm just giving you additional ways to find value using these horses. The next additional wager, race 8, a daily double, going race 8 and race 9. You would play the daily double 6, Harrodsburg, with the 2 in race 9, Go Bears Go. And then if you wanted to get additional value out of the Met Mile with Cody's Wish, the final additional wager would be a daily double starting in the Jaipur with Go Bears Go, the 2. And using the 1 and the 5 were my 2 selections I used in other tickets, so I wanted to give you that view of that, and I didn't want to, want anyone to feel fooled that I'm singling Cody's Wish, because I'm not. I'm using the 1 and the 5 in race 10, which is the Met Mile. So it would cost you $2 if it was $1. It would cost you $4 if it was a $2. Play it however you want. Or if you really think Cody's Wish is the lock and you want additional value, play the daily double the race before and play it race 9, daily double 2 in race 9, Go Bears Go, with the 1, Cody's Wish. and see if you get some additional value that way, because he's going to be 6 to 5. Um, Maybe even 7 to 5. That was his morning line. So those are our selections. Those are our additional wagers for Belmont Stakes Day. Good luck on Saturday. Watch our other videos. Thanks for watching this one. Subscribe to our channel for additional live long shot podcast, episodic podcasts once a week. Morning line 6 to 1 and greater. Horses that I like to hit the board and add additional value to sequences. I'm Dave. I'm the creator of Throwstat. Follow us on YouTube at Throwstat. Subscribe to our channel. Like this video so you can get notifications of other live long shot videos that drop. And then also follow us on Twitter at Throwstat. Good luck. Cheers. Happy Belmont Stakes Day. And let's cash some tickets here at Belmont Stakes Day on Saturday.